Welcome back to the show. Today, we are diving into trusting your intuition and divine timing like it's your job, like it's your full-time job. I'm a little bit excited about this because I just got off a coaching call with one of my amazing clients, and she was feeling really motivated to get a list out, like a to-do list, and really know where she's going and have all these ideas and move them forward. And that's awesome. She was like, I want to have a to-do list. And I was like, yo, that's about the easiest thing there is to do, is create a to-do list. And she was like, really? I'm like, yes. Because at the very end of our call, after we ran about 20 minutes overtime, we've been on the phone for almost an hour and a half, the real truth came out. And it is the basis of this conversation. Because as a highly sensitive, intuitive, driven, purpose-led woman, I have a deep commitment to following my intuition, which means trusting my intuition, which means trusting divine timing and the space in between. And I find that this is the most challenging thing for people. So this particular woman is incredible. She teaches intuition, and she's an incredible teacher, an incredible storyteller, and yet she still needs to work on this, as I still need to work on this, and as you still need to work on this, because it is not something we have been taught. There is no roadmap to living a spirit-led life that's tapped into intuition, fully owning of your power, and really trusting that divine timing. I don't know about you, but they didn't teach me that in school. So what I reminded her of is that, well, actually, let me back up. It was that she was talking about how she wanted to make money. This year was all about making money. When she hired me about 4 months ago, it was in an effort to make more money in her business. She already had made close to 6 figures and had a really solid coaching business, but it was just this real, like, I want to make more money. Like, that was the intention. And so that's fine, because businesses, make money. So that's cool. And here's the thing. For her, she went through the biggest move of her life. Her children are grown. They left home. Her and her husband moved away from their family home. She decided that she didn't want to do her business the way she was doing it, that new stuff was coming through. And that's where she was only 4 months ago when we met. She literally, on the sales call that we got on, she was driving her car hours away to where she was moving to. So, I mean, talk about transition. Now, I give you all these details because so often we don't recognize our circumstances and what's actually happening in our lives and what the expectation we're putting on ourselves is. And realizing that money is a value system, and that we exchange it through energy exchange. Like, I choose to work with you, you choose to work with me, blah, blah, blah. We exchange this energy, right? Well, if your energy is actually in a place of openness and receiving downloads and transition, it might not actually be a place of receiving money. And yet the things that you receive could be way more valuable than money. And this is such an important piece of living in intuition and having an intuitive-led business, because we cannot separate these things. There isn't, oh, these are my strategies for making money, and that's what I'm doing. And yet I'm having this total crisis in my life, and I actually am questioning everything and don't even know exactly what I want to be offering. I don't know about you, but that doesn't work for me. So what I have found, and what I said to her so lovingly, was, look at what you've been doing. And what about the value of creation? What about the value of an idea? Because without $1 million idea, you don't have $1 million business. Without giving yourself the space and time and energy to allow something to come through, you don't have that great idea. You can come up with different things, but if you actually really are an intuitive led business owner, you don't let just ego driven ideas run your life. So, oh my gosh, let me give you a real time example of this. In the last couple months, I have really been having a lot of expansion. Like the She Rise movement came through. I have been teaching Embody. So you might know this. You've probably heard me talk about this. I've been teaching my Embody method as a program this year. I ran it 3 times. It's so beautiful, incredible. And all of a sudden, it just didn't feel aligned anymore to sell it. And I was like, what is this? What is happening? What is happening? So I want to back up for a minute and express to you that I'm always up-leveling my money mindset and expanding into new levels of really valuing my magic and my ability to lead and serve. So I took a wealth program a couple months ago, and the following month, I hardly made any money. It wasn't a time that I was launching anything, and I wasn't really trying to make money, to be honest, because I was so focused on this container for my brand and this movement coming through. And it came through, and it's called She Rise. And I have a necklace with She Rise on it now. And I'm getting t-shirts made and water bottles made to sell at my event called She Rise Live. That's in March. Holy crap. Why? This is what I want to know from you, looking from the outside in. Is that less valuable than if I had made $20,000, $5,000, what, 10, whatever? Is that less valuable? No. Is it more valuable? Maybe. We don't know. We don't know because we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But what if I spent that month judging myself for not bringing in much income? And in place of the judgment was where the intuition was going to come through and was where She Rise was going to come through, but I was clogged up with judgment. Then I wouldn't have received it. And I probably still wouldn't have made more money. Okay, another example. As I have been moving forward with She Rise, like I said, Embody has started to come to the surface of, while Embody, I really feel is the foundation for being a really amazing spiritual coach. And I knew that the first time I ran it a year ago, but I didn't really know where it was going. And so in the last few weeks, I have actually had a complete download that I'm not going to be running Embody next year. And instead, I'm going to be running She Rise Spiritual Life Coach School. And I'm creating a spiritual life coaching certification. And it's going to be amazing. So much depth and richness. And I just know that it's of highest service. And yet, if I would have thought, well, Jaya, it's not smart not to run Embody because that's how you made your money this year. And people are getting to know you for Embody. And there are people on a wait list for the next round of Embody. Is that smart? If I want to make money, is that a wise thing to do? Well, yeah, actually, I think it is. Because if Embody is not the fullest expression of who I am and what I'm here to do, then it is not the thing that's going to make me all of the money and create all of the wealth and abundance that I desire. I just believe that. So allowing for this idea to come through about the spiritual life coach school, I never would have been able to do if I was judging myself for not feeling aligned with Embody. If I was saying, oh, well, that's just sabotage. And look, you're always changing. Ultimately, just judgment. So then again, here we are. Judgment would be in the place, clogging up the portal that the wisdom comes through. That is terrible and not any more valuable. So what I said to my beautiful client was, would you rather have made $100,000 this year throwing spaghetti at the wall, or allowed yourself the process that you went through, allowed yourself to go through the transitions you've gone through, and then have $1 million idea for your business come through in December? It's not lost on me. December, the very end of the year. What? What do you choose? Would you rather have a bunch of money that you made throwing spaghetti at the wall and still not feel firmly rooted in your purpose and understanding what you're here to do, but you made some money? Or would you rather have deep trust in your intuition and divine timing and in yourself, to where you get to receive amazing, beautiful downloads that could be turned into multiple six figures, $1 million business that feels like you're doing your greatest work in the world? I don't know. Option A, option B. If option A is your jam, God bless you. That's fine with me. You probably won't really resonate with my message then, because option B is what I stand for and what I know to be such a beautiful way of living. But it requires more trust. That's it. That is the core difference between option A and option B, is that it requires more trust for the in-between, for you to say, okay, I'm not going to judge this. I didn't make the money I thought I was going to make, but I'm not going to judge it, and I'm going to allow the space for whatever is meant to come through. There is going to be space in between. It's like the time for the spiritual plank. If you haven't heard me talk about that, I talk about it on a number of podcasts. You've got to hold a spiritual plank when you are working with co-creation. We are not talking about leadership that is rooted in ego and only in it for the profit. We are talking about new paradigm leadership that is rooted in co-creation. The co-creation that truly sets us free, because we know that we don't have to do it alone. We know that we're showing up in our fullest expression and fullest potential because it is rooted in something bigger than us. And it's so magical and so powerful. And it requires us to be in the space of the unknown and trust deeply that it is of highest and best, to trust in the divine timing, to trust in yourself, to trust in your own process, to trust that the answers are coming. The answers are coming, and it is your job to be the clear and potent channel. That's your job, not to figure it all out, not to take a bunch of action that doesn't feel aligned, but to be in the energy of co-creation. How do you do this, you say? Well, if you're just like, yes, Jaya, I am doing this, then awesome. I hope this serves you as a beautiful reminder, as like I mentioned at the beginning, I need this, you need this. My beautiful client who teaches stuff like this needs this. We all do, because we are the pioneers of possibility. We are paving a new way. We are in sacred leadership. And that means we need to go first. And if you're somebody who's like, oh my gosh, is Jaya reading my mind today? Because I really needed to hear this, then hear it. But don't just take your earbuds out and move on with your day. Instead, be with this and notice where you've been judging yourself. And notice what's been getting in the way of that intuition coming through. And are you valuing the creation, the co-creation, just as much as the outward appreciation, which would be the money? Are you valuing it equally? Because can you allow yourself to be excited about a month that you don't make as much money as the most popular coaches online, but you had a groundbreaking, clarity revealing, orgasmic, connected, co-creative idea come through. And you're like, this is so meaningful. Can you be just as excited, if not more excited, over that than the money? Because the money is a value system. And when you value your creation and you value that portal that allows the intuition to come through, when that is the value, then when the creation comes through, it will be birthed in value. It will be wrapped in value. And naturally, the natural expression of it is for it to attract money. But it's not the other way around. It's not, oh, let me get money so I know this is valuable. It's let me infuse this with the value of my true nature and my intuition. And then, of course, you're going to see the value in it because it's coming from a place of co-creation, which is really this next level of leadership. This is what we're being called to do. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to wrap this in a beautiful warm hug for you. I want you to imagine us standing in a circle, all of us, everyone who has listened to this episode, and we are really supporting each other in this because this is truly what the She Rise movement is about. This is what's going to be happening at She Rise Live. I know I said last episode that I was going to put the link in the notes, and I didn't get to yet because it wasn't quite ready yet, but I think it will be ready when I put this out. And if not, message me on Instagram and I'll send you the private link because I'm going to do a 48-hour flash sale for the event. It's going to be 50% off of the full ticket price. So, oh my gosh, this is huge. I would love to meet you in person. This is an intimate event. It actually only holds 50 people. So it's definitely going to be first come, first serve in buying your tickets. I cannot wait for you to check out the sales page. It's so freaking beautiful. And I'm just really excited. And if you are wondering about the She Rise Spiritual Life Coaching School, if you already are a life coach, or a business coach or a fitness coach or a wellness coach, anybody who's in a helping position, this will help you take your entire business to the next level with my highly sensitive, friendly business model. That's what I'm going to be teaching inside of the school. And also, if you are somebody who would like to add a spiritual life coaching certificate to your name, then you also will have the opportunity to receive a certification when you go through the program. So if you already have a coaching certification, that's totally fine. You'll still benefit from the content and the coaching and the community. But if you're wanting to just start out or clarify what you're doing and really get more into your purpose and be able to tell your story and move your work into the world from a really powerful platform, meaning you and your personal power, then message me. You can go to the She Rise podcast on Instagram or the Jaya Rose. It's not the She Rise podcast. It's just She Rise podcast. And just message me and let's chat. So also, just so you know, the live event is included in your tuition for the school. You will get to come complimentary, which is amazing. So if you're thinking about doing both, well, you get to do both. And you might as well just check out the school. So I'm going to be doing a live masterclass next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. It's December 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to be going over this highly sensitive, friendly, intuitive business model. I'm going to be talking about some of the things we talked about today and how to really carry your business forward in a way of co-creation, alignment, and truly true to who you are and your magic. And of course, make that money. Of course, that's the natural progression. So let me know if you actually just go below. That is the only link I have for you here. Otherwise, message me if you want details on the live event and the spiritual life coaching school. Okay. So many things. It's going to be so amazing. I'm really excited. Thank you for being here. I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And if this felt resonant, take a screenshot of this. Let me know you were listening. Throw it up on your story and I'll share you into my story. And I'm just really honored to have this platform, to have this opportunity to be here with you and to be doing this work. So much love to you. And always remember, when you move, everything moves.